we are dealing with life and death questions fundamentally. So, I mean, I don't want to disparage people who want to do an MA in geography, but it's fine. We're talking about lives and deaths here. Okay, hello, I'm Ian. I teach medical ethics or bioethics related material, but also some philosophy of law in the Department of Law at Manchester. The Centre for Ethics and Policy is a small department within law, and we've been going for about 30 years now, if my math, no, longer than that. We were one of the first centres in the country to set up a degree in healthcare ethics and law. So we're based in the law department. We're a small bunch of lawyers with medical legal interests, but also a bunch of philosophers, people like me, who have no legal background. And the Masters has been running for as long as we've been around as a department. Okay, so the question was, why would someone choose to study healthcare ethics and law? And my favourite answer, which is probably, well, it's to the point, because it's immense fun. And it's really, really interesting. So you can tell a story about employability. You can talk about how it does obviously open employability doors, because a master's in any subject just lifts you that one step above the umpteen thousand other graduates coming out any given year. What it shows is that you are capable of sustained and in-depth abstract thinking about ethics and about law. What really matters in an employability perspective is that you can demonstrate that you can do abstract thought to a high level. And a degree like ours, you get it in spades, frankly. But like I said, it's also immense fun. It's the kind of thing where we are dealing with life and death questions fundamentally. So, I mean, I don't want to disparage people who want to do an MA in geography, but it's fine. We're talking about lives and deaths here, right? It's really, really super. And it's the kind of stuff that gets people bothered. It gets people angry. It gets people have a stake in this stuff. We've all had, we've seen on the news, or maybe we've had relatives who've been critically ill and they've needed treatment, or that kind of stuff. And it's, what do you do? How should we make the decisions? Who gets the liver? You've got 3 people in a hospital, all of whom need a liver transplant. You've got 1 organ. How do you decide that kind of stuff? It's very easy to see how people get excited about it. And it's just immense fun, because if you're in a classroom, you might want to say that we ought to do X, Y, and Z, and the person next to you will go, no, 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 that's nonsense, you fool, you monster, of course we should do PQR. And what we really want from you is for you to be able to turn and go, right, come on, show me why. And to be able to argue the case, to argue about why X, Y, Z is preferable to PQR. And equally, your classmate will be doing the same thing back. So it's all about persuading people and taking this very kind of visceral response that we have and trying to craft it into something that's not just describing what you feel, but being able to tell outsiders why the world should be thus and so. I think this and I am right because, and you should think it too. Yeah, that's a really important skill to have, but it's also immense fun. And if we can get a degree by having an argument for a year, who wouldn't want to do that?